Say, buddy.
Hi, Dave. Just as you were getting a hug. That was awesome.
What is up, everybody?
What's going on?
Beautiful Friday.
It is. You know what, Nate? I tell you, I look forward to Fridays because I get to see your face when we do these lives.
I'm told that it's almost as enlightening as the DBoss Challenge coin.
Oh, dude.
Speaking of the DBoss Challenge coin, look at the camera that's following me. Look. Hey. Speaking of the DBoss Challenge coin, you know, we had somebody during our live broadcast at Goals win a challenge coin that you had given to Ryan to bring back and give to him, and Ryan gave it away to the wrong person.
What?
Yes. I hope Ryan's watching right now in the car on the way home, because I told him I'd call him
Ryan.
I told him I'd call him out on the video. Yeah.
Well, Josh is in the chat, so Josh had stopped by you.
Yeah, it wasn't Josh. So Ryan gave the challenge coin to Lefty.
Yeah.
But we had another winner, and God, hold on. I'm calling Ryan right now.
Josh says my shirt is awesome today. Thanks, Josh. Josh, I think your challenge coin is awesome today, by the way.
My brain isn't working.
Jimmy, you got the coin? Oh, dude. Jimmy was one of the winners, too. Awesome. Let's see, Daniel, the DBoss signature knife is just as good. Is that the one with the little rocket ships on it? It's got to be. Yeah, Jimmy.
You got one. Tyler Denham.
Okay.
Who is an awesome customer here. And sorry, Tyler, your name was not entering my brain because I haven't had enough coffee yet today. So, yeah. So Tyler, Tyler needs to get one. So I'll pay for one for Tyler.
We'll get one out to Tyler. Let's see. I saw. So yeah, Josh says his challenge coin is still very shiny too. Awesome. I'm glad you're polishing it, Josh. That's some handmade quality stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
And it is handmade. They sent me photos of them hand making them. So
we got a lot of topics to cover.
Yeah, the one with the little starships. That's right. They were talking. You were on the phone, and somebody said the DBoss signature knife, which I asked was the one with the little rocket ships.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I real quick before we jump into things. Let's see. We got Papa's Pew Pews. What's up, buddy? Sassy's in here, and I saw Pat's in here.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? These are the regulars of our live videos, so we really appreciate you guys coming in and tuning in. So
we've got Daniel in here. We've got the Texan in here.
Texan, I send you a link. It's in your email. So we're going to try something a little different tonight, too. I mean, we might have a couple of guests during the live video, so hang out, everybody. We've got a regular that's in the chat that's going to be on the live tonight. We'll try something a little new. We got a little 15-minute spot for him. So Ryan's in there. So sorry, Tyler. Ryan, it's coming out of your paycheck.
Yep.
Hello from Australia. All right. Hey.
From down under.
So Daniel, they say if you rub the challenge coin, it gets bigger. That is true. The DBoss challenge coin / bottle opener does cure ED.
There you go.
Xavier, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Xavier? Xavier, what is up with the picture you sent us yesterday? He sent us during our live broadcast. He sent us an email, and it was a rooster.
It means you are the rooster illusion.
don't know what that meant, but
I don't know either.
made chicken.
All right.
Bubba Booey. Man, that is like
that shirt, Nate? It needs to cluck around and find out.
Yeah, that's the mathematical equation for fuck around, find out. But yeah, what's up with the TX22? Everybody's talking about that like it's hotcake.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you follow 2A Ninja.
Yeah.
On Instagram. So Instagram apparently is where it's at for showcasing FRTs and full autos, because Instagram don't give a shit about it. And I know 2A Ninjas made a real big impression with those, and I don't know. I haven't I see the videos. It didn't really intrigue me enough to stop and figure it out, to be honest with you. So
apparently it's just like a little shim you put in there. Take the slide off, you insert this little shim and run a pin through it, and it'll run full auto.
I literally have a microphone set up here.
Apparently there's a 3D. There's a 3D file out there for the 3D.
You want to hold it and stay in there? I'll move the camera.
I've been relegated to my spot. Well, because Dave does put baby in the corner.
It's as far as it's gonna go.
It's fine.
I'm trying not to knock over our can launcher here.
Yeah, that would constitute touching a gun. With your ass.
All right, I'm sorry, Nate. I was trying to get Dustin situated. I don't know if you asked me something. I
no. No. No, I was just talking about the TX22 and how like literally 3 customers came in today and they were talking about it, and one customer was looking for mags because apparently they're like impossible to find right now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, and then it got like I didn't even realize this was a thing and that was going on until today. So I did a little bit of reading and discovered what it's all about.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had 2 people get those, and they both said they're kind of picky about what they run.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't run just anything through it. Like my Walthers and the Mark Fives and stuff like Ruger Mark series, they'll run anything. But for some reason they're a little picky. The Glock 44 will run just about anything too. So
Bubba Booty says KFC gonna fuck around and have me huffing paint behind their shop. If you want to, you can catch some cancer real quick, but
Yeah.
I recommend being on the other side of the exhaust.
Josh says, "What's up?"
what's up, Josh? Who's Josh?
He won the. He went to the Florida gun shop, and
Oh.
him and his wife had one.
Oh yeah, that's right. What's up, Josh?
You got a softer Dustin on that second one. Xavier, my rooster's name is Davy Crockett.
Oh, that's your rooster?
Like, was it a real photo?
It was a real photo of a rooster.
Oh, guess what Nate's getting when I get home?
It's going to be poking out of the cargo shorts.
No,
I didn't expect to open my email. And
our rooster is extremely hyper aggressive right now. I'm sorry, Nate. What was that?
I said I didn't expect to open my email and have a cock in my face.
Oh man! Somebody just said they're watching from Spain. That's awesome. Must be the right time of day. I wonder what is Spain like?
It's
6 8
probably
hours
like
ahead of us.
At least
Yeah.
6, 7, 8 hours ahead.
I don't fucking know.
Go to bed. Oops. Front.
Sweet baby girl. What?
More like Dave's cocket.
Well, you know. Central Kentucky.
Hey, this guy says, "Can you tell us about your workout routine?" How about you tell us about how you finger your mom first, and then we'll talk about our routine.
We'll compare notes.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of crazy stuff happening in the world, huh?
Yeah. What a wild week. Pretty unbelievable, honestly. It was kind of one of the last things I was expecting to kind of see and deal with this last week, and I don't know. We kind of didn't. We took our time this week. We didn't really make any videos towards the end here. We were kind of scheduled to, and honestly, just didn't really feel like being funny. And and I'm sure that's probably a detriment here to our fans, because I'm sure they would like to escape reality for a little while, just watch some funny videos. So I'm sorry everybody, but we didn't really feel like making content for the last few days. And I tell you, getting in the shop this morning, watching the live video that they had finally apprehended the shooter, oddly was like a weird weight lifted. So yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know what it means, for the future. If it means if things are gonna change for the better or for worse.
I was actually talking to a couple of people today. The Texan was one of them, and we were just kind of going over, what does this mean for the future? And what I'm afraid of is that we're going to have somebody from our side, of the conservative side, take matters into their own hands and start doing things to retaliate. And I think that's probably the last thing that needs to happen. I'm a little afraid of that, because I've seen a lot of videos and a lot of people pretty heated, angry about what's gone on and what it's culminated to. Basically assassinating somebody that whose views you don't agree with.
That makes it just as bad as that shooter. Like,
right. Sure.
We need to collectively go, okay, we need to figure out how to do this the right way. And unfortunately, in our community, there's a lot of dipshits.
Yeah.
And it's...
Yeah.
They're going to think they're doing something good, and it's like, no, you're actually hurting our cause, you morons.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was expressing I was afraid of would happen, because I think that would be the most detrimental thing to have happen in all of this, especially after Charlie's passing. That's not what he would have wanted. And I think I'm just afraid that there are some people out there who are going to take matters into their own hands.
Right. And I see Jimmy just in the chat there says, yes, after the assassination, I wasn't able to sleep. And the samesies. It was real hard to get to sleep that night.
Oh, I barely slept.
Yeah, my heart was racing the whole time. And to me, it was odd because, like, I've never had, like, a high-profile death of somebody that I've never met before, like weigh on me that much. It was just it was wild watching all of the video footage from that day, and then trying to process that. So
yeah, it was tough. I mean, I don't know how many times I had to rewatch that shot. It's now ingrained in my brain. And, just driving down the road on the way home, just re-envisioning that over and over again, and just like sick to my stomach, but also like angry. And knowing that there's not really a whole lot that I can do about it, me individually as a person, and just kind of wondering like what's going to happen next,
Right.
who's next on the agenda,
Well, and I think for me, like an extreme position that I'm sticking to that should come out of this. I think we should bring back public executions. I think this should warrant a public hanging.
I think every American should get one stab, yeah, just I don't know, so sickening. And I kind of repeated this several times during our live yesterday, but it still blows me away that somebody would be willing to take somebody else's life over their political views. That is just unreal. That is just unreal. Imagine somebody shooting you because you like pineapple on your fucking pizza. That's how ridiculous it is.
Well, first off, pineapple does not belong on pizza.
Seconded.
I like it.
Let's not go down that road.
I like it. But don't shoot me over it, please.
I mean, yeah, but we reserve the right to mess you up.
I'll remember that at the Airbnb next time. I'm gonna order.
Oh, heck
you guys want pepperoni? Yeah, put pineapple on it too.
You want to watch Dustin flip an entire dining room table
and then feed it to you. I'll give you your pizza with the whole table, son.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just it's so much to digest,
I think this really, really lends weight to the argument of our mental health infrastructure is just failing some people. Because if it's not the mental health, it's social media in general. It's these children do not know how to control their emotions. They do not know how to process. I don't agree with that, but that's okay because I don't have to.
Yeah.
And it's just like they're just, oh my God, I don't like that stab. It's like, come on, guys, use your words. Like,
yeah. This is kind of like a small grievance that's going to come from this. I kind of hate bringing it up, but Adam in the chats, Adam A says, I've hit 200 yards with irons countless times shooting 30-06. It's going to be at least like the next 2 months. How many times we're going to have to field our opinion? Do you think it was a skilled shooter? Do you think it bounced off of a plate and hit him in the net? Like, we're going to have to, people are going to come in and they're going to ask us those questions. And this is probably the most, straightforward thing I've ever seen. And if anybody got a chance to take a look at the rifle that they picked up, those scope rings were barely hanging on. Like, a 200-yard shot, clearly the guy missed where he was aiming. So there's no expert out there that exists that would say that that's where they would shoot. So I don't know. We're just going to have to field those questions, I think, for the next 2 months. And everybody's going to think there's some kind of expert, but realistically, it was just a 200-yard shot with a 30-06 with a crummy scope, and the guy halfway knew what he was doing, right. And that's all it took.
I just got to say, I totally
sorry, real quick. Let me just address a comment, Lucas. We prepared all that today. It should be going out tomorrow, buddy. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, and then the people I'm now seeing the videos, there's people giving baseball signs or something off to the side. I'm looking at it, I'm like, dude, I twitch that much. And if I'm standing in the sun, I'm grabbing my hat and I'm doing I could probably go back to all the tape of us at the range day.
Oh my God.
And I'm adjusting everything. So I don't know. I don't take too much stock in that.
Oh, Nate, you move too fast, buddy.
Yeah.
You gotta bend down, and then double tap. Nate got a new camera.
Is the Texan ready to jump in?
Yeah, he is. Let's since we're on the subject,
Yeah, let's get him in here.
we'll bring Steve in. Steve, how you doing, buddy?
Hey guys, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
thanks for coming on.
Got plenty of audio here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you clear as day. Can you hear us?
Absolutely, man.
Perfect.
Anyway, yeah, no, I really appreciate you having me on. I wanted to say, which I talked to Nate earlier today, and man, you and Ryan did a great job last night with that video, dude. And like I said, I really appreciate it. And
Thank you.
anybody out there that hasn't seen it yet over there at the King of Camo, go by there and check it out, man. The way y'all fielded the questions, and y'all were just off the cuff and great, man. You really were.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
And Dave, Dustin, good to see you guys, man. We had talked about doing something like this, but anyway.
Yeah, no, we and it kind of goes hand in hand with this, and I think why this situation kind of hits home. I think for us, between Nate, myself, and Dustin, and then soon to be Ryan, maybe tonight. But we all have kids, and our kids are older than what Charlie's kids are, and but not too much older. And I mean that really hits home, and I think that's probably like a really big part about why that's got us like heartbroken.
I just hope they weren't at that speaking engagement because they often travel with them.
And I keep hearing that, but I didn't see them in any of the videos, any of the angles. But they made it sound like it was in front of them. So I don't know.
Yeah, I heard that they were there. His wife and his kids were there. As a matter of fact, I don't know. There's all kinds of different reports coming out, and I haven't had much sleep myself, man. I can't believe that this happened. I was going to do a show that night, and woke up to the news, and I couldn't even do a show, man. So it's the first time I've been on the air and been live since it happened. But yeah, I've heard all kinds of things, and but his kids were there, and anyway, I saw where Air Force 2 JD Vance picked him up.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk, and then they flew him back to Arizona, and then they deboarded the plane. And anyway, yeah, I can't believe this, man. It just blows me away, and just like it does everybody else. But if you don't mind, what we were talking about earlier, Nate and I, y'all were kind of hitting on it, was everybody's talking about a state of civil war now. And that, like I was talking to Nate, I'm like, I personally don't even know what the hell that would look like. It's like they're pushing for this, even certain people in the media and all that, but it's just going around like crazy, and I don't even know what the hell that would look like, man.
That would be neighbor versus neighbor. It'd be city versus city, county versus county, way before it'd be like a line drawn in the sand for states. I think it would be as worse as neighbor versus neighbor.
Well, it seems to be like a romantic ideal, like the history of the Civil War with Lincoln and the North versus the South and all that. It wouldn't even be nothing close to that, I mean, the way things are today, and just I wish people would just back off that ideal. Because,
right. Agreed. The thing that I know for a fact is 90% of these chuckle nuggets have no idea what war even looks like. They think it's cool because he's been playing these punk ass video games, and they don't know what it's like to get shot at. They don't know what it's like to shoot another person and see him die in front of them, and they do not have the foresight to know that this is not a good idea, because they're stuck in like this world where it's like, oh, I've killed hundreds of people on video games. It's not the same thing, fam. When you got flashes going on all around you and explosions. I've never been in war, but I've talked to enough vets, and I've talked to a few off of a ledge, and it's like, man, them guys have had some stories where I'm like, dude, I wasn't even there, and I'm creeped out by it. Like it's an intense experience to be in the middle of a firefight when you don't know what's going on, you don't know who's shooting at you, you don't know where they're shooting from, and these morons. Not to mention, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there because it's going to rile stupid people up, and it's just we need to hunker down and we need to figure out a way to keep this from happening again.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Dustin. Like I said, I really hope people back off that notion. But being down here in Texas and seeing some of the stuff I've seen over the past 30 years with the open borders and the cartels and the violence and all that, the only thing that I can honestly fall back on and say is that hey, I'm just going to invoke my Second Amendment and keep my head on a swivel. I'm not looking to join no damn militia. I'm not looking to be a part of anything like that. But you got a God-given right to protect yourself, and that's all I can say about it.
Right. Yeah. Any way we can avoid it, but I kind of feel like we have to. We got to figure out a way to root out the bad characters. And I still think having deterrence. That's why I'm seriously a proponent for public executions. I think that would be a huge deterrent for something like this.
I don't know. Like when you feel like your life isn't worth living anymore, and you want to make a grandstand, I'm the opposite. You say this worthless human being that peed his bed and like jerked off to animal pictures is no longer with us, and then that's it. You don't ever talk about him again. Stop sensationalizing these chumps. Stop shoving their name and their picture in everybody's faces for weeks and months at a time. Because these children that could have had somebody to talk to are seeing these guys go like, oh look, they're famous now. Look what they did. They're famous. Look how much power they had. And it's they don't understand it. And it's the media and it's the social media and it's all this bullshit where it's like, okay, we're going to keep talking about this person. We're going to keep talking about this person. Oh, he was bullied. Oh, well, he's like, man, come on. Like, just stop talking about him. Like, he's a worthless piece of crap and he was a loser. And then he got strapped to a chair and a switch was flipped. But that's never going to happen because crazy sells.
Well, the powers that be, we'll just leave it at that. Don't want to get too deep off into the weeds there. But honestly, the powers that be that are dividing us, man, this is exactly what they want. The last thing they want to see is, especially Americans united. And whatever we got to do that. Charlie Kirk was awesome at doing that. I mean, I'm going to say right off the bat, man, I've seen a lot of things said about that man, but I paid attention to him for many years. And that young man right there, he was a beautiful human being. He walked and talked in the spirit of Christ, and he died in the spirit of Christ, and his reward is now in heaven. And I don't know what he would be saying about his own, execution, but I don't think that he would be calling for a civil war, to be honest with you. I
think he'd be calling for the exact opposite.
Yeah.
They're gonna. The liberals have time and time again shown that when a verbal argument doesn't go their way, they resort to name calling and insulting and now murder. Well, if we resort to murder and retaliation, does that make us any better than them? It doesn't. It puts us in the same fucking category. And so that's why we need to, it's so important. There's this guy that I watch on YouTube from time to time, the Southern Countryman or something. I can't remember his name, but he had this 8-minute video last night about how it's basically threatening, tread lightly, liberals, tread lightly. If you're around me, tread lightly, right?
Yeah.
big tough guy, Southern boy, right? And that's the exact type of dialogue and rhetoric that incites more, right? Like it's almost like daring people to do it. And I got a lot of respect for him for some of the videos that he makes, and I really enjoy watching his channel. And then he comes out with that, and I'm like, no, that's the opposite. That is the opposite of what we want. We don't want to threaten. We don't want to incite violence. We don't want to antagonize, right? We just want to prove with our words and our actions that we're on the right side. We're on the right side of things. And I just seen too many videos like that last night, and the day before, of people just getting really up in arms and threatening, and calling for violence, calling for retaliation. And that's why I said when we were talking earlier, my fear is that there's going to be some kind of liberal gathering, and then some conservative is going to take it upon himself to do what happened to Charlie, and take matters into his own hands. And that's my fear. I certainly hope that it doesn't happen.
I feel like we say that every time something like this happens, or stuff that's not to the assassination degree, but we're always worried about retaliation. We're always worried about it, but it never seems to come, because I think we're more intelligent and have a better character. Like we look at this situation too, and we're all heartbroken because now we see a fatherless family, and we wouldn't wish that on anybody. So I don't know. Something's got to change, and I think rooting out people at the top is where it should start. So I just don't know if that's a possibility anymore.
Ryan and I talked about yesterday. I think the liberal media is largely responsible for this, and there are people on the right side who are also responsible, but it's this constant rhetoric where you have to be on one bandwagon or the other. You're either on this extreme side or you're on this extreme side, and there's no coming together. There's no compromise. And if you don't believe what I believe, then you're a piece of shit. And we all kind of have forgotten what it was like a few days after 9/11 when that happened. You remember when that happened, America came together. Everybody was rocking an American flag on their car.
It was the day after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People raged against Trump for paying people to help out. They're like, well, if he wanted to help out so much, why didn't he get in there and help out? You're going to trade off the 40, 50 hands that Trump generated for 2? Are you fucking stupid? Like he did the thing that was most effective to get help. And he was like, I got money. I'm going to hand you $100 bill. Go over there and start digging people out. And he had a bunch of people running over there. And everyone's like, oh, well, he just handed out money. Yeah, well, what were you doing? It's like we need people that are forward thinking like that. And, I'm not saying necessarily Trump, but, it's we need to get to a place where we're looking at solutions, not problems. You always hear the liberals go, oh, we're going to be fossil fuel independent in 10 years. How? By doing this, this, and this. Okay, how are we going to do that? We don't know yet.
Taxes.
Stop talking, do it, and then bring it to the table. And it's it's the same thing that I have a feeling it's going to be the same thing here. The left is going to be like, we need more gun control. The right's going to be like, well, guns save people, and then nobody's going to come to the table and start talking. We need to talk, and we need to come up with a cohesive solution rather than trying to blame each other and be the smartest person in the room.
And that's the other thing, there's now all of a sudden, again, here we go with gun control talk. When people are not looking at the situation logically, right? Like the gun didn't just grow legs and walk up on that roof by itself and shoot a Charlie. Somebody was behind that gun, right? We have a mental health issue in the country, and I think that's one of our biggest problems is the mental health issue.
You know, I want to say, like I've even seen it in your chats here tonight. Some people are saying, you know, more divisive stuff like liberal versus conservative. Yeah, who would win that fight? You know, stuff like that. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, man. It's not going to get to. We will never see that again. It's not going to get to that point.
Nobody's going to win.
What would happen is if unrest in the streets started happening. The federal government would definitely step in. There'd be martial law. They would shut this country down. You would see things that you've never seen before in your entire life. So you tell me who wins if that happens. I'm going to tell you who does. Nobody. Nobody's going to win. All right. So that, I mean, this divisive talk is really driving me nuts, man. It really is. And yeah, there is a mental health issue out there. There sure is on both sides, to be honest with you, not just on one side. So, is there a silver bullet that's going to fix this? It's magically going to? No, there's not. It's not going to happen. You know, being a Christian, from my standpoint of view, and where Charlie Kirk came from, all I can say is you need prayer and a lot of it. You know, and that's what really is going to unite people more than anything. There's always going to be evil. There's always going to be people trying to split us up. But to be honest with you, and I'm not going to, you know, stand up here and preach to you. I'm just telling you where I'm coming from. Forgiveness is one thing. Forgetting is another. And then self-preservation is another thing. Those are the three things that I'm going to rock on right there.
Yeah. And it's so hard because the reality is that this country is very, very divided. And on our side, we're pretty convinced of our ideals, and on their side, they're very convinced of theirs. And I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of meeting in the middle right now. I think it's gotten to a point where it is so divisive, there's not really any room to meet in the middle.
Right.
It's unfortunate, but that's just, I think, the reality of things.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But yeah.
Boy, there's something about this time of year, right? I mean, now 9/10, Charlie Kirk, 9/11, and then 9/12 today would be the Benghazi anniversary. It's kind of a weird time of year.
For sure. Yeah, I think a lot of people just don't do a whole lot of thinking for themselves these days. They they listen to the news and the way that people twist things and alter the truth, and they get very convinced of what they're hearing, and they believe it blindly without doing their own research, without having those discussions and dialogue with the people of the opposite opinion in a civil way. It seems to be something of the past in today's day and age, where you come together with somebody and you sit down and have discourse and dialogue in a respectful way. Now it just, every argument ends with name calling or accusations of being a Nazi or whatever. It's so far gone. It's so far gone. I mean, I don't know. Reagan, and I talked about this the other day too. Reagan talked about how I've seen this on Joe Rogan's podcast, where if an alien invasion were to come to Earth, would that be the one thing that would finally bring us all together? Kind of like 9/11, right? I mean, 9/11 was so devastating. It did bring us all back together. And it's going to, I'm just wondering if it's going to take something of that scale again to get people to come back to the middle and reason and be civil with one another, and be respectful to one another. I don't know. The older I get, the more I realize, you know, once people have been convinced of something, there's not a whole lot you can say to them to bring them back. You know, yeah, I got this buddy. He's a flat earther. Like, there's nothing you can say to the bro to bring him back to reality. The moon landing never happened. You know, it just so convinced. And I mean, what do you say to those people when they have a retort for every logical explanation you have that is based on fact? They have something else to retort with. You know.
You know, it's funny. It's funny that you mentioned that alien invasion thing. Like I said, I've been sitting there brainstorming and trying to keep track of everything that's going on outside of the box of this news story with Charlie Kirk. And you know, they're saying that we got a 3-eye atlas headed our way, and it's you know, an alien invasion coming up sometime this month. You know, that's being plastered all over the place if you look for it. Uh, all kinds of crazy things are going on. So that's really sad of you. I mean, not of you to say that, but of people to actually think that's what it would take is, I can go off on that. I don't believe in aliens, but, anyway, I'm trying to make sense of this and put it in a way where people would understand that, see, we are so distraught right now as a society. We are so divided as a society. With AI and everything the way it is today, I believe they could pull some BS like that and get everybody, you know, diverted attention to a freaking alien invasion tomorrow morning. You know, with all this AI crap going on, y'all seen it. I mean, the news reports look so real, but they're not, and you don't know what's real and what's not. And anyway, it's the craziest damn thing I've ever seen in my 56 years on this planet, to be honest with you. Never thought I'd see stuff like this in my lifetime.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild out there right now.
Well, the Texan, you know, I want to thank you for coming on with us today and having a chat. And can you, you know, you were telling me about your channel and your podcast the other day. And just for the viewers who are watching today, let everybody know where they can follow you, where they can listen to your podcast. I told you, I think you have a hell of a radio voice.
I appreciate it.
I think you're very, you also are very intelligent and speak with a lot of common sense. And, you know, I've really enjoyed my conversations with you. I think people would like listening to your show. Tell them where they can follow you and listen to you.
Oh, I appreciate the opportunity, man. Yeah, there's a platform called pilled.net, PILLED.net. All right, and it's been around for about 4.5 years now. It's an awesome platform. It's a freedom of speech platform, unlike YouTube. We're actually been in competition with YouTube, and it's very similar. There's live shows, there's replays, there's live interaction like we're having tonight. It's pilled.net, and they're still growing. Who do we got over there now? Man, we got some big names over there now, like Salty Cracker and so many others. And I hope to see you guys over there too. You know, you can get a channel for free over there on the platform, especially if you drop my name. So I've been an ambassador for Pill.net for a little bit now. So, but no, it's a great platform over there. It's my channel is The Texan, and yeah, that's my name, known as The Texan over there. I didn't pick it. Some folks gave me that handle, but yeah, man, I think you guys are awesome. Folks, go out there and check out Pilled.net. There's so many great channels on there. Some better than others, just like YouTube, you know. But I think you guys are doing a great thing, man. I really do. I stumbled across D-Boss Firearms. I don't know, Dave. Golly, it's been a little while since I talked to you. But when I'm not wearing this hat, I'm wearing this hat right here, D-Boss Firearms.
Love it. Love it.
And man, you guys are awesome. Nate, It's been a pleasure doing business with you, buddy. And Dave, I'll be doing some business with you guys. I can't say enough about you. I think you guys are stand-up, great Americans, and just all-around good folks, man.
Thank you, brother.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, thank you.
Well, thanks for having me on. I'll go ahead and step off here. And ladies and gentlemen, check out pill.net, the Texan, if you would, please. I sure would appreciate it. God bless you. God bless America. And as always, I'll see you guys down the road.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Have a good night, Steve.
What a good dude. What a good dude.
Good dude. Yep.
Hell of a radio voice. I'm yeah, when we were on the phone, I was like, dude, you have a voice of a radio man. And he said, it's funny you say that. I have a podcast. And I was like, really? What's it about? And it's about country rock music, rock and roll music. And they play music videos on there and talk about the history of the music. And I thought that was really interesting. I want to definitely check that out. So, yeah, I created a pilled.net account and be following the Texan.
Nice.
Y'all should do it too. Or support a good dude.
Yeah. Oh, just feels like we should shift to something lighter.
Yeah.
You know, the chat has been getting real wild. It's not hard to see why there's a lot of divisiveness when you read this chat.
Yeah, I mean, Patrick Torres here. You assholes all suck. Okay. We don't suck as much dick as you do, bro. Yeah, you probably fit about 8 dicks in your mouth by your profile picture.
There we go. We're back. We're live. All right. Christian, how's your Friday, D-Boss? Oh, man, it is a Friday. And like I say, I know it's Friday when I see Nate's beautiful mug on this screen. And it tells me I'm minutes away from going home and just relaxing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going home tonight and going home to my 3 sons and my wife and sitting down and listening to them yell and fuss at each other while I play some video games and chill out and veg out. I've been gaming with the same group of guys for over 20 years. We all met each other online in the late 90s, and we have all grown up together. And so we've played video games with each other for over 20 years. And so it's like a nightly routine for us to all check in right around 8 or 9 p.m. and hang out for a couple hours every night. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that tonight. You know, it's been a long, very testing week with everything that's gone on, and
yeah,
all the emotion. It'll be nice to just veg out and relax.
Right. Probably turn the phone off tonight, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, last night was kind of a nice little escape. I know you're not a football fan, Nate, but my Green Bay Packers played last night and they won, just so you know. I knew you were waiting to hear it. Just dominating the field. And I didn't look at my phone at all during the game because the game was so good. And I felt
Nice.
1,000 times better. And then game ends, and the first thing I do, look at the phone, and you're kind of right back in it. So
yeah.
So yeah, time to find something to take your mind off of all of it, for sure.
Yep.
Josh says whiskey helps. Josh, the bourbon helped last night for sure.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I went to last year. Went to visit my mom and turned my phone off for like 3 or 4 days, and didn't even look at it one time.
Nice.
And I can't tell you the level of relaxation I felt. And it was like as soon as I turned it on, it was like I experienced all this anxiety, all these messages, all these people trying to get a hold of me. Like it was overwhelming. overwhelming.
Right.
And I think that's kind of important. You should turn your phone off for a while every now and then.
Yeah, the trouble for us, and why it's hard for you and I to do it, is because we have customers contacting us at all hours of the day, and I mean literal all hours.
Yeah, 2:00 in the morning. How much
Yeah.
for Woodland on my AR-15?
And not that we have to, it's we appreciate them reaching out, and a lot of them, it just depends on like what their work life is, and we do our best. It's funny to answer some of those people back if I'm up, 1, 2:00 in the morning. It's fun to answer them back at that time. Like, whoa, you answered.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really, for you and I, it's harder, I think, than the average person to go home and just kind of shut that off. But yeah, it's nice when you can. And I get asked quite a bit too, like if what would happen when maybe I retire and this all goes away. Put me in a cabin in the middle of the woods. That's and I would zero internet.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm sure.
And I see Devin's comment. Devin says, "Thank you all for being so willing to converse and help me along my journey with Christ. I'm trying so hard to dive into Christ. I just find myself so stuck and struggling applying His word to my life." And I totally can get that. I relate to that 100%. I'm going to go to my office real quick and get something. And I want to show you something.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. All right.
If he comes out with a rooster, I'm done.
All right.
I don't have time to read the Bible every day, but I do have time to dive in.
Double tap your face, Nate.
Every morning. Sorry about that. There we go. Every morning. And Devin, if I can recommend something to you, a customer brought me this book when I was in kind of a low period of my life, and I had just gotten 2 DUIs and gotten in a lot of trouble, and was in a low place, and somebody brought me this book right here, Jesus Calling. And I'm not a Bible thumper, I don't feel like I'm resurrected or born again or anything like that. But this book is kind of neat because it's words from Jesus to you every single day of the week. So, for example, today we are September 12th. You can scroll to September 12th in the book, and there's a short passage there, and it's
Can't hear you, Nate. Did you bump something?
Yep.
There
I'm
we
not
go.
sure how that happened.
I got you back.
I find that reading this every day, there's a page in the book that corresponds to every day of the year, and like I said, I'm not a Bible thumper, and I'm not trying to push anything on anyone, but this right here really helped me, and I read it every morning. I read the page that corresponds to the day. So if that's any help, it's called Jesus Calling by Sarah Young. Definitely check it out. It's a great book.
All right. Sorry about that. It's Friday night and Dustin would like to go home.
Bye, Dustin.
Bye, Nate.
Hey, great job on that Cerakote.
Oh, he did
by
a
the
great
way.
job. Is that still here? Is that
Great.
still right over there?
You want to risk it?
Yeah, it's not a firearm. Allegedly.
Yeah. So it was a challenge, man. Mostly because I'm too stupid to operate a vinyl cutter, so I only had one go at it.
Yep, I know it wants to follow me.
Yeah, I can't. It doesn't show up very good, but he wanted 3 different colors, and I'm like, bro, there's not enough real estate to do 3 on that. So, or 3 on top of the black. So, It was an interesting experience. I think texture everywhere,
that's
so
great.
getting the stencils to stick was a challenge.
But I don't know how well everybody can see that. But that's Dustin's first crack at Cryptech.
Yep.
Cryptech Camo, and
That's
I
my
think
first crack at stenciling. Period.
I think you nailed it. The Cryptech's one of the, I don't know, Nate, if you would agree with that or not. Cryptech is probably one of the harder.
The most difficult to nail paint job, other than something like Digicam, which most people don't realize. Digicam is a printed camo.
Yes.
Right. Like on fabric, it's printed on fabric. It's not painted on fabric. There's no artist that does Digicam. It's one of the most difficult. But Cryptech right there. If you want to nail Cryptech, it is super difficult and very time consuming. You're putting down a layer of paint and then putting another layer to kind of shadow it, and then you're laying stencils and putting down 2 more layers of paint, and then you're removing stencils and adding more stencils, and then 2 more layers of paint, and then you're removing all of that and then going back in and then shadowing again. It's literally a lot of work to nail.
I'm gonna really bake your noggin, Nate. That was a custom pattern because I didn't like how it was laid out. So I'd cut like big swatches out, and then I'd cut little parts out, and then I'd stencil them in. And like I went overboard on that. I could have just went like, but
Sure.
I wanted to get more of the little circles in because in order, it was a whole thing. So.
I believe it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of proud of myself on that one because it was after I figured out which one I had to spray first, and it only took me 1 try or 2 tries. I sprayed it FD and I was like, oh no, I need black as a base coat, so I had to strip it and then spray black, and then after that it went on pretty. Getting the stencils to stick and stay in place while spraying was a pain in the ass, but.
Sure. Yeah, that's one of the biggest challenges about doing camo patterns is laying stencils, getting them to stay while you're doing multiple layers and having to put it in the oven and take it out. And you're manipulating the slide while you're adding more stencils, and so you're moving some other stencils by accident.
Yeah.
Or rubbing against the table as you're turning it and laying stencils. So yeah, it's a challenge, but it just takes a little patience, And
my proudest accomplishment on that is you can barely feel the texture of the layers. It almost feels like it's a homogeneous coat. It was
beautiful.
I didn't know when I took it out. I was like, and OD green is so bloody thick. And I took it out. I was like, oh man, I don't know how this is gonna work. So then I started peeling stickers, and it was a big win for us.
So little trick that I use when I do camo paint jobs. The first layer that I put on, I consider that the base layer, the canvas. Then every layer after that, I thin it. I thin it out, and I spray it real light. Cerakote loves Cerakote, and Duracoat loves Duracoat. So even if you just spray a little bit of a color on top of another color, it will show. It may not look like it while you're doing the pattern, but once you remove all the stencils, you'll find that it doesn't take a whole thick layer of paint to get that contrast.
Yeah. Well, after the live, Nate, you should call me and I'll tell you all the shenanigans I went through on that thing, because I pulled some shit out of my ass where I was like, I can't believe that worked.
Yeah, nice.
No, you did a great job. And also,
Well
Dustin, a lot of people in the chat liked it.
Oh, awesome.
So, yeah, you did a great job on that.
My going rate on those is $4 million for the record.
There you go, guys. You want a custom Cryptech slide done by Dustin? Pony up.
Yeah. Well, we seldom get a request for Cryptech here. And when we do, I hate to say, but we're probably the most expensive because I don't like not doing it the right way. And it is very, very detailed and, meticulous. And so, we charge upwards of $900, for like a rifle, just depending on which cryptech or how many colors if it's custom. I've charged as much as $1,200 for a cryptech camo paint job.
Yeah, I mean, we found too we can reduce the cost of it if we go larger. If it's not going to be like you said, if you're going to do like how it should be, it's a much smaller size pencil.
Yeah.
And we found if people are okay with it, we can go larger. That saves a lot of time and effort for sure. So, but yeah, the chat has been going wild while we've been talking, and
well, let's check it out.
I see Papa's Pew Pews is in there keeping everybody in line. But yeah, that we cerakote here on our end. Nate does Duracoat, and so that one we just showed is cerakoted.
I found something out today. Duracoat sold.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I placed an order on Monday for Duracoat and never received a shipment notification, and so I reached out to Miss Amy Lauer, who was CEO of Duracoat, and we have a great relationship. And she told me that she recently sold Duracoat to another company, and so she was going to forward my email to them to help me get tracking information. And apparently 2 of the colors that I ordered like 36 bottles of Duracoat. 2 of the colors that I ordered were out of stock, and so they were having to make it in order to fulfill my order. And so that's why it was delayed. Because normally when I place an order with Duracoat, the same day I get the shipping information.
Yeah.
So I was kind of shocked, but it sounds like after I heard from the people who are now running Duracoat, sounds like it's some good people running the show over there. They're just in a transitional period right now.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say I don't know how good that relationship is if she didn't tell you that they sold, but
yeah, that kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I gotta be honest. I was like, Ryan, that's kind of strange that Miss Amy didn't tell us. The owner and founder and inventor of Duracoat was the one who taught me how to paint, and he passed away 3 years ago. But I felt like I was kind of a little bit part of the family over there, and it's kind of shocked to hear that. Not even a newsletter or anything like that. So that was strange.
Yeah. I can understand. If he was kind of the patriarch of the company, and they ran it for 3 really good years afterhand, and if they could offload it, honestly, good for them.
Yeah, so, yeah, for sure.
I see somebody asked a question. Christian,
where's Mr. Green?
Christian asked if we have Bugout bags. We don't have. I got backpacks, but I don't have Bugout bags with actual supplies and equipment in them, just ready to sell. We thought about doing stuff like that before, but oh man, does everybody have an opinion about every little thing?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, no, and I don't know that we would ever do anything like that.
Well, everybody's Bugout bag is different, I think, depending on where they live or who they are. But one thing that we did today was we signed up to become a Victos dealer.
Yeah.
And I'll be stocking some of their sling bags, backpacks, and duffels here at the shop here very soon. And many of them make a great Bugout bag.
Yeah, the Victos bags are phenomenal. And in fact, Perry, I've been emailing back and forth with Perry. I thought it was kind of funny. I emailed him because we did the drawing last Friday for the Victos extra large something bag, sling bag, not sling blade, sling bag. And Perry got that taken care of. Contacted the winner. And he said, "Sorry, I didn't get back to you right away. I was in the middle of nowhere with no cell reception at a photo shoot." Whatever, Barry. Yeah, but awesome guys over there that picked us. And they're actually here in my home state. They're in Janesville, Wisconsin, and I'm really hoping we can like go down there and see their operation. So they're an awesome company.
Definitely.
There you go. Well, there you go, Christian. You got yourself a plate carrier with plates, and you got a med pack. That's a good start.
Heck yeah.
And to me too, like when it comes to like a bug out bag, like when I threw mine together, and was just literally like at like a couple of the big box stores picking up supplies and thinking what I would want in it. I put too much stuff in it, and I'm trying to think like I would much rather be more of a minimalist because you got to carry that stuff, and
it can all get heavy.
Yeah, it can get heavy pretty quick. So
all right, so real quick, what would you put? Like if you put 5 items in your bug out bag, what would you put in there?
Oh, that's a good question. I think for sure, like a fixed blade knife is probably number one. You want to have some sort of like med kit, just because even little wounds and scratches and stuff can get irritated and it can turn into a big problem. I would have some kind of water filtration. The straws, like those water filtration straws, are the way to go. Unless you get the, I think there's like the bag one where you can like scoop
the iodine tablets. Yeah,
the iodine tablets. Yeah, again, trying to be minimalist. A water bottle or like a Camo pack, and then I would think lighter. Like if you could do like a torch lighter. I know everybody's hot on the rods and everything,
the
and that's fine.
rods, yeah.
But to me, like a bug out bag, like there should be a bug out bag, and then there should be like a get home bag that you should have like in your car. And
a go bag.
If I'm bugging out, like I know, like I'm trying to get to another piece of property. I'm not living in the woods for a month that I need a rod. Like, give me the torch. Right. I want the fire now.
Yeah.
So, how about you? What would you do?
Oh, pretty much the same thing. I would say fixed blade knife, a lighter of some kind, a life straw, water straw, a med kit, and a firearm. Those would be the 5 things that I would put in my bug out bag.
The only reason I don't do firearm, like I've thrown like ammo in there. I kind of hope like I'm always carrying. So like there should be a firearm on me. And then someone else in the chat, like you should always have a knife. I agree with that. I have folding knives and everything right in my pocket, and I imagine that would be on me too. But a fixed blade knife can do a lot more for you than what a little folding knife can do. So I would have both in my mind, but it just wouldn't be. Like I'm not going to go just throw a folding knife in the bag, if that makes sense, because I would have to expect it to be on me. And if it wasn't, that fixed blade knife is going to do everything that folding can do. Dustin's in the chat. This conversation is literally my jam. I can't believe I left already. Damn it. Yeah, if Dustin was here, it'd be wild. And I imagine too, like I think you kind of have to plan like with a bug up. We're going to go down 1,000 rabbit holes here.
Yeah.
But like, where do you need to get to? And like, I even have like a GPS unit where I've put like stage locate. Like, well, I know what the locations are, so I know if I get to them, I know where to go from there. So they're not like showing the exact destination that I'm trying to get to. But like a GPS unit, like if you're gonna go like just a little bit further, and then maybe like a folding handsaw or something for cutting wood, or if you got a way to throw like one of those. I have one of those like folding shovels that can double as like a hatchet, and then that you can throw on your belt. So,
yep.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, like, the more you think about it, like you could just really, really pack a bag. And
I literally have one at the house
Yeah.
that's packed with everything I could think of, including 3 freeze-dried meals. Like everything we've named today: hatchet, saw, shovel, fixed blade knife, first aid kit, water purification system, ferro rod, fire starting equipment,
Yep.
extra change of clothes, three meals.
Tell me you packed underwear in there.
Oh yeah, 100%. I didn't let my
You should
wife.
have brought your Bugout bag to goals last year.
Yeah, Dave says that because last year I let my wife pack my bag, and we got to goals, and I had no extra underwear. So little did everybody know, Nasty Nate was free balling last year.
Yeah. It was a while. Good thing we had a washer dryer. And
Yeah.
I don't know. There were plenty of stores there. You could have just bought underwear.
I could have, but I'm Indian, so I'm thrifty, and so we just walk it in the Airbnb.
Man, I think I saw you in the kitchen wrapping a dish towel like a diaper.
Yeah, yeah. I call it a cock turban.
Daniel Barnes, I just caught that. Don't forget condoms. You don't want to have any kids during the apocalypse. 1,000%.
Yeah, that's right. Condoms.
That could double as a water container.
That's so funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of good comments coming in right now. And I saw, I don't know if Sassy's still in here, but Sassy had mentioned Foxtrotter's paint job that he did on his motocross bike.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was cool,
dude. Well, that's that kit. I forget the name of the company. They were at Goals. I didn't see him there. I think I would have maybe stopped to take a look at him, but it's not. It's not anything that you and I would use like on a professional level, like for cerakoting or duracoating. But like for exactly what Fox did with it was like the perfect reason you would buy that kit. So.
That's funny. Papa's Pew Pew says, Nate, my granddaughter just heard you say you're Indian. She sat up and said, I'm Punjabi. Tell her I said, Ki karde? That's funny.
Let's see. Yeah, walkie-talkies. So I have a I actually made it a point to get my entire family walkie-talkies. So we all live in different cities and everything, and I got the ones like upgraded the antenna and everything, and like we could reach out a couple miles.
Yeah.
So yeah, walkie-talkies were a good one. But again, we were talking like, what's the top 5 things that you would absolutely throw in there? And again, if you just had to move really fast. I don't know if you're by yourself. I don't know what one walkie-talkie is going to do for you.
Right.
So
yeah.
But even like my plate carriers have the walkie-talkie pouch. So like if you're gonna bug out in a situation that you're gonna wear a plate carrier, again, I kind of think of what else I'm gonna have on me. But let's see. I see Sassy says Christian has a question. Better not be anything weird. I'm going to scroll back here. I love how you spelled cerakoted, by the way.
I just read that.
Your M7 battle rifle cerakoted in woodland colors. That would be, and just so everybody knows, we do have pricing on our websites. I have a coatings website that is no e-commerce. I don't think that YouTube could really yell at me for it. But if you go to debosscoatings.com, you can see our coatings prices. It would be, depending on exactly what you want to have all coated, we'd probably be between the $300 and $400 mark. And then there's people out there that are handy enough to take all their stuff all apart and then they give us just the parts that they want. And so we kind of give that at a reduced price. But if you're just going to literally drop off the whole rifle and say, take it all apart, put it back together when you're done, which is a really smart move, because if anything gets damaged, you will never know about it, because it's going to go right back to coating, get fixed, and then we're going to put it back together. There's an extra $75 charge for the disassembly, reassembly. So, and that we're probably losing money on something like your M7, because
we charge $125 for a long gun here at the shop.
Yeah. Christian, I'm coming in. All right. Good deal.
Awesome.
Thanks, Sassy. Look at that. Sassy's holding down the chat for us. I know we get talking on these. We kind of go off on these rants, and then I just see I see the chat just going. I'm like, I can't get to it.
One question that we get all the time is like, what is your EDC pistol?
Yeah. Depends on the season. I'm going to say that. So I don't know what it is, Nate. I don't know what it is, but I don't like to tell people.
No, really?
Yeah. I kind of feel like I'm giving somebody an advantage, like if they know what I'm trying to defend myself with.
Mm-hmm.
And because of how
the world is,
I guess we are. I'll say this: it's pistol, and it's got a red dot.
Boom. Yeah, for me, it really depends on the day.
Yeah,
I literally switch up guns like I change underwear. One day it could be a Beretta Bobcat with a suppressor on it. The next day it's a CZ Shadow 2. But always rest assured, I got something with me.
Yeah, exactly. And for us, I don't know if you know this, Nate, or not, but it gets cold up here.
For sure.
Sometimes we see like negative 40-degree weather. Yep. And if you think you're going to bury your pistol in your clothing, so that's why for me it's like seasonal. And when it gets hot here in the summer, like you kind of want to be as minimal as possible.
Sure.
So,
yep, I totally get that.
Yeah, like you said, I've always got something. Also, too, like if you're going to head out into the woods. We got a lot of bow hunters up here, and we try to talk to them and say, well, what are you carrying for a gun when you're bow hunting? And they go, I'm bow hunting. I'm not taking a gun. Well, where we're at, we have black bears and bobcats, and if you go far enough north, there could be cougars. Wolves are in the area. Coyotes, I don't think are going to be too much of a problem, but they're here in the area for sure.
Yep.
So if you're bow hunting, you should really, really consider carrying a pistol on you, something with a high capacity magazine. There's way too many videos around here where guys go in and check their trail cam. We had a customer come in and tell us like he checked the trail cam 20 miles that way, and he said he went in, he had to cross a field, get into the wooded tree line to check the cam. And as soon as he got into the tree line, there was a wolf stalking him. And so he's like, I had to walk backwards through the entire field because the wolf just kept approaching him. And, you're responsible for every round that you fire. And I think in that situation, warning shots are okay. And I said, did you fire off a warning shot? And he goes, no, my pistol was in my truck. I'm like, I bet you don't make that mistake again.
Yeah.
So,
well, and same goes here. I mean, we have wild boar, coyote, we have bobcats as well. These are all animals that will attack you, and coyotes, when they're in a pack, they're way more confident. So yeah, I mean, even bucks will charge you from time to time. A buck will defend its territory, and so it's and if you're out there hunting with a long gun or with a bow, just think about the amount of time it takes you to get that on target. It's kind of like the 21-foot rule, right?
Yeah.
You're much better off, pulling out a pistol off a chest carrier, off a thigh rig, or something like that.
Right.
When you got something charging at you. So yeah, I always take a pistol in the woods with me too.
Y'all got gators down there?
Y'all got gators? Sure enough.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
Tactical Llama is in the chat here.
Oh, awesome. I was watching his live stream last night.
Yeah. And I don't remember Tactical Llama if you heard me on the last live stream, but it's official because Nate and I looked at it today. It's official. First week of November, we're gone the 3rd through the 7th. And the 7th is a Friday. And I don't know if I'm going to be back here on Saturday, but maybe that following Monday. So I'm trying to think. You said you were going to be here somewhere around that first week of November. So I just want to give you a heads up that Dustin and I won't be in the shop November 3rd through the 7th. So I can't remember when you said you wanted to stop in. So let me know.
Yeah, Tactical Llama was showing off his cool gun collection last night on his live.
I think he does a good job at rotating out what he's got, hanging up behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's saying they got boars by them. Yeah, still planning on visiting your shop in November.
They're such an invasive species. They're pretty much everywhere now.
Yeah. What I imagine it's kind of like in the realm of like not black bears, but just bears in general. So do you guys get asked a lot of the times in the shop, like, what caliber should I carry to stop a boar? Do you get that a lot? What do you guys get?
Well, I mean, we mostly get people who tell us what caliber to carry to stop a boar. But for the most part, everybody's like 45 or 10 mil. But it really is about shot placement. So shot placement is critical. And I mean, you can take a boar out with a 22,
Sure.
with a well placed shot right behind the ear in that soft spot. But I think for the most part, a 9 mil should be good enough for most engagements. I mean, today's defensive 9 mil is pretty devastating ammo.
Right.
And with that higher round count, you can put several shots on target. But yeah, I mean, there are people here who swear by their 10 millimeters and their 45s when there's bear involved. We have a lot of black bear here as well, and so when there's bear involved, people like to carry a 10 mil or a 45.
Okay, makes sense. I would really like to have the round capacity.
Same. I'm a 9 mil guy.
Yeah. I don't think you can go wrong with 9 mil. There's plenty of stories of guys in a defensive situation, against a bear, like even a grizzly, shooting it with a 9 mil. Like you said,
Sure.
Shot placement. But like I've seen those videos of the boars taking, just coming at you. They just take out your legs out from underneath you.
So quick.
Yeah, it's so fast. And I think I would want, like, I know I'm going to miss 10 times, but I'm hoping I land 5,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's what, like, I know a lot of guys who like to carry a revolver out in the woods, and I'm just kind of not of that mind personally. Yeah, like 357 Magnum. I get it, but Smith & Wesson 500. Okay, you try to hit a boar running at you with a Smith & Wesson 500 and tell me how that goes for you. Your second shot is not going to hit. If your first shot didn't hit, your second shot's not hitting.
And then
you're going to get gutted before. Yeah, you're going to get gutted before you get that second shot on target.
Yeah. Real quick, Tactical Llama, November 12th through the 14th. I should be here then, if that's when you're coming. But Mr. Zach Matheson gave us a gift of $20.
Oh, look at Zach.
And Nate, I'm crossing my fingers that it works today. So you're gonna have to let me know because I can't hear it.
Okay.
But for the gift, you all get a
yeah, we got it.
Yeah. Thank
awesome.
You. Thank you, Zach.
Well done.
Yeah. I'm so glad that worked.
Yeah, Desert Eagle. The Desert Eagle for your bear.
What's up, Fire?
Desert Eagle is not as bad as you think to shoot. It really isn't. It's such a big, heavy gun, and it's very front heavy, so it actually doesn't have as much recoil as you would think. So yeah,
the yeets are pouring in. Actually, you got to have it bore sighted.
Bore sighted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've got that. I think I've got. I don't know what's else. I hate to hurt everybody else's ears. I've got 3 more buttons here, and I don't know if Al put anything on them. So let's test it out. The first one was a yeet. That one says horn jazz.
Oh, that was the.
Okay. And then this one is applause. I think I have to hold it down. There's applause. Yeah.
Probably.
And then that one's rim shot. I don't know what that sounds like. I'm guessing like a doink.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's coming in for the sound effects. What's up, Randy? Yeah, Florida. No thanks. I don't think I would want to do anything in the woods in Florida.
Fuck that. Everything in Florida bites or stings or has venom. I'm good.
Oh yeah, Dustin's still in the chat. He said I can tell you firsthand. He means 50 AE, not 58. 50 AE out of a Derringer sucks. I'm totally gonna hold one though. Yeah. All right, Tactical Llama. I'll reach out as the dates get closer. Nice. Like I say, that time frame for sure. Dustin and I are gone between the 3rd and the 7th, so we'll be back.
Tactical Llama. Papa's Pew Pew says hello. I don't think you can see his chat for some reason.
Yeah. Depends on how they're watching. So
yeah, Papa's Pew Pews is in my channel, and Tactical Llama's in your channel.
Yeah, where the cool kids are.
Yeah. I have 33 people in here.
I see that.
You have 13.
Yeah, it kind of died down a little bit. I don't know if YouTube will let me show this or not, but we're going to show it. Maybe not say what it is, like its technical term, but we got this knock picks. What's going to be the classy way to say it without saying what it is?
Monocular?
Heat signature monocular?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can kind of get an idea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Predator vision, baby.
Yeah, that's your predator vision. So they sent us this for review, and I'm supposed to send it back or buy it at the end of the review. And I've been playing around with it, and the dad in me comes out because I'm walking around my building and I'm like, okay, there's a cold spot, there's a hot spot. I'm not even playing with it to like try and find people. I'm like, where am I losing heat and cool? You know.
Oh, that's funny.
Distance finder at night. No, not really.
Oh, I mean, the optic I have on my AR, my Coyote gun, it's a DNT, and it's got a built-in rangefinder. So while you're using the thermal, you can spot the range, and it even has a holdover calculator. It automatically calculates the holdover for you, and will tell you at what distance the holdover is, which is pretty badass.
Yeah. Dustin says we should call it a temperature visual representation. Thanks, Dustin. Just give it a mouthful. Yeah. Llama.
Don't tell me radio. What's up? Thank you. Yeet.
Oh, yeah. Give me 1 second because, Tactical Llama, you can show it. It's really dumb. It's really dumb what YouTube's trying to keep you safe and not let us. We said it. We didn't show anything. We just said it in one of our shorts, and it got demonetized. It's wild.
Yeah,
But
so silly.
don't call me radio. Here we go, buddy. This is for you. 3, 2, 1. Yeet.
Boom.
Christian, what heat signature scope do you guys recommend? Well, basically, probably the one that Nate has on his Coyote gun right now, that DNT.
Yep.
That looked
Thermite 335R.
Yep.
It is badass.
Yeah, heat seeker.
I mean, for the money, you can spend $7, $8, $9 on a but the one that I have, it's on sale right now for $2,100, and normally is $3,000.
Yeah.
But it is awesome, man. Like, I was hunting the other night, and we were at a farm. It's like a 600-acre farm, and they had cattle in this field, and some of the cattle are getting attacked by coyotes. And so we were up on this high point on the hill, able to look down to the pastures where all the cattle were. And I mean, you could make out the definition of absolutely everything on every animal out there. I mean, I was even able to spot an owl in a tree. I saw rats running up trees. It was insane. It was super cool to get that kind of, like, you're in the darkness, complete darkness, and when you look through that thing, it illuminates the evening. It's phenomenal.
That's really cool. And the same thing with this guy, and this is like $1,100 from Knockmix.
And I need to get one of those so I don't have to look through my optic to scan. To have one of those to just be able to scan and then switch to your rifle is such a benefit.
And you can tripod mount it too, which is nice. And then obviously you get an app, so you could just set it on a tripod, move it, and then look at it right on your phone or tablet.
And I'm sure it records as well.
Yep, records video and audio.
Yeah,
Takes
very
photos. Cool. So, all right, we'll see you, Llama. Llama had to run.
See you, Llama.
There was something else up here. Oh, yeah. Papa's Pew Pews said that in South Georgia they have panthers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Close to Florida.
Man, damn Florida, you scary.
Yep. Yeah.
That's wild. I got a stupid question. Are there any other panthers other than black panthers, or is it just black panthers?
I'm pretty sure they're black, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Hold on, let's see.
Maybe Papa's will tell us in the chat. Yeah, mountain lions are scary. I'll tell you what. When we while you're looking that up, when we went to Idaho to UDKR's headquarters, we stayed at a lodge like right across the street, and we had to go check in at the lodge. And at the back end of like the lobby of the lodge was a gigantic French door system. Like it was a custom made thing. It was gigantic, and went out to the patio because it's supposed to let a lot of people in and out of there. And I looked right up above it. They had a cat, a mountain lion, mounted above the doorway, and they had it on a mount where like it was turned and curved, and it was wider than this like 10 foot wide doorway. And I was like, is that here? Like, do these live here? Yeah. I stayed away from trees.
Yeah.
I didn't need one of those to pounce it on me.
I just read the typical panther from Florida is like a tan color.
The smoke pink panther.
I guess the panthers must be the black panthers must be in the jungle hanging out with Mowgli.
Jacoby, I'm going to get back to you because he said it's interesting that you guys dog on SDI but rep AGI. I'm going to get back to you in just a second because Dustin commented in here, labs, black panthers, and mountain lions are essentially the same thing, just a different melanin in your coat, if that's what changes the color that is. Okay. Dustin's always good for that type of information. What makes it black? The melanin.
The melanin. Tactical Llama, it's called the King of Camo.
Yep.
Tyler says, got to watch out for them cougars in Florida.
All right. So was it Jacoby? Jacoby, it's interesting you guys dog on SDI but rep AGI. I don't know why that's interesting to you, because SDI is just a cash grab for the GI Bill, in our opinion. I mean, you do get a real associate's degree with it if that's what you're looking for. But if you want to learn to be an actual gunsmith and to actually be able to repair firearms, AGI is where it's at. In their introductory course, you would probably learn more in your introductory course with the AGI than you would the entire SDI course. We have tons of customers that come here and say that, well, not tons, but we've had a handful of SDI graduates that came here, and they all said it wasn't worth the money, wasn't worth the headache, wasn't worth the hassle. They teach you how to run a business, and that's about it, which is fine. You need to know that component, but AGI teaches you that component as well. Also, AGI is a constant resource for you after you graduate. Ask SDI if they do that for you. I guarantee they don't.
No.
Sassy, a few bears here. Llama got it. He goes, oh shit, that's right, I'm an idiot.
No, you're not an idiot.
I think we can just put a crown on you, Nate. So everybody knows.
Yeah. I have one somewhere. Hold on.
Papa's views. Allegedly bet a few cute cougars.
There you go.
There, perfect. Here is the cake.
There's my crown. Well, it's kind of small for my head.
Sassy, haven't heard of AGI. Well, AGI needs help in marketing, and that's why they kind of reached out to us. But Dustin was already a part of the AGI program before we even talked to him. But AGI stands for American Gunsmithing Institute, and Dustin's got a certificate up there. One of those is there from them. So, and also too, I mean, we do have a discount code So if you are legitimately interested in becoming a gunsmith, we can't recommend American Gunsmithing Institute enough, so that they actually gave us a promo code, and that's in our campsite, our link tree.
Yep, we're also affiliated with AGI. We you'll be seeing some videos that we make here in the future. This thing's so small it won't fit on my head. There we go. Yeah.
No, they're not, Jacoby. They are not the same thing. I can unequivocally tell you they are not the same thing. You are going to learn way more with AGI than you are SDI to be a gunsmith.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I think comparatively, dollar to dollar, like you will get way more out of AGI than you will SDI.
Oh, and AGI is way less expensive.
Yeah.
I think to complete AGI's course, you're looking at spending $7,000 or $8,000. With SDI, you're looking at about 18,000 or 19,000.
Jacoby, again, AGI. He's saying AGI isn't accredited, so one could argue that. What are you trying to get out of it? Do you want to actually be a gunsmith and actually learn the skills to bring in the revenue that you should earn as a gunsmith?
No, he just wants a
SDI and have an
certificate.
associate's degree. And
Yeah,
again,
I can print you a certificate if you want.
I can take a dump in a box, slap guarantee on it, but then all you're getting is a guaranteed piece of shit.
Yeah. No, there's a big difference between AGI and if you actually did your research before mouthing off, you'd know that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Christian, have you guys had any idiots walk in with a round in their chamber when they said they didn't? Date's got really good stories, but we do have a jar. It's a little hard to see. We do have a jar right up here that says it's not loaded, and it's full of rounds.
Oh yeah,
This happened
to me about 2 months ago. Had a guy come in here, said that his gun kept jamming and misfiring, and so I said, "Do you have it with you?" And he said, "Yeah, I have it here in a holster." And I said, "Is it loaded?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Okay, well, just set it down here on the table." And as he takes it out, he muzzles my stomach and sets it down on the table with his finger on the trigger. And so I step aside and I grab it and I drop the mag and it's full. And I look at him in the eyes and I rack it and a round comes flying out. And I just sit there and I stare at him and he goes, "I am so sorry. I didn't think it was loaded." And I was like, "Bro, that's not something you should assume, That's not something you should assume." And like we do it all the time here at the shop. Ryan hands me a gun, I'm checking it. First thing I'm doing is checking it. I hand Ryan a gun, he's checking it. That's like a golden rule here at the shop. Don't muzzle anyone, keep your finger off the trigger, and check every gun that's handed to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to have happen is a negligent discharge or somebody get hurt because of something stupid like that where you made an assumption that your gun was not loaded.
Yeah.
That's one of the golden rules of firearm safety. Assume a firearm is always loaded.
It's literally the number one rule. Dustin's got a really good point here. Jacoby, Jacoby, I'm not mouthing off. I'm simply trying to get your perspective. I'm being calm and civil. Thank you for being calm and civil through text. I appreciate it. But Jacoby, I'm really interested. Are you a student of the SDI program, or are you just going off of research? Because Dustin, right below your comment, makes a really, really good point. Why is it that guys that go to the SDI program and graduate bring their stuff for Dustin to fix? It's because they're not learning gunsmithing. And Dustin made a really good point before. SDI is like a university, and AGI is like a tech school because you are specifically learning those skills. You're not taking other courses that you don't need, like you would at a university to learn gunsmithing. So, and again, I always go back to like AGI is going to be a consistent resource for you after you graduate, like to the point where you can call up AGI and go, I don't know what it is. I've been working on this gun for 5 days straight, and I can't get it to work. That they'll say, send it to us, and the AGI Institute will actually fix that gun for you. So,
Jacoby,
AGI is not going to do that for you.
does AGI teach you how to take apart every different type of action and reassemble? He says, I don't think either of them do. I can't speak on AGI, and if they do that, which further solidifies your point, they are. No, it doesn't further solidify your point. They actually do teach you how to disassemble every single type of gun. Every single type of gun.
Yeah, and actually, so first, I mean, it's I don't know, you're kind of getting hyper about it. Does AGI teach you how to take apart every different type of action and reassemble? I don't think either of them do. I can't speak on AGI if they do that, which further solidifies my point. They are. I guarantee AGI does more. It's so hard to say all. AGI has actually, we're working with them in finding some like super rare guns. So, like, if somebody brings a really rare gun to us to have gunsmithing done, even though we could handle it, Dustin could work on it, AGI is asking that we send it to them so they can create content for it. And it becomes part of their course and their curriculum. And it becomes a resource for any gunsmith that graduates that course to have it, that they can always reference back to it.
Yeah.
I don't hear SDI doing stuff like that.
No, well, and I can tell you from experience, every single person who has applied for a gunsmithing job here at my shop who says that they have a degree from SDI didn't know shit. They literally didn't know shit. The gunsmith I have now didn't even attend AGI or SDI and is an amazing gunsmith. Can literally take apart every single gun that comes through the shop and put them back together and diagnose, and repair guns. He did not have any of that education, but gun stores are not looking for your degree. We're looking for your actual knowledge and abilities. A piece of paper doesn't mean anything to us.
Yeah. Dustin brings up the good point. Because Dustin's in the program, and I kind of forget this. AGI's motto is design, function, and repair. By repair, they don't mean just swapping out parts, but actually repairing the parts that are broken or fabricating entirely new parts. Yeah. So they do way more information-packed courses than SDI. Yeah, exactly. Don't call me radio. I don't care if my gunsmith knows American history, English comp, algebra, so long as he can do what I need for my firearm. 100%.
Yep.
And again,
and that's all we look for as gun store owners, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You think, I mean, us as owners and hiring gunsmiths, like we're looking at these programs because we want to know where they're coming from, so that we know what value could be brought to the shop and what are the services that we can go market then that our shop is capable of doing. And if somebody came from SDI, it'd be like, I guess we're teaching you some things. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's got some wild stories of people just being idiots with their guns.
Oh, I know it. There's a lot of people out there who think they know what they're doing and they have no clue.
Yeah, and also Jacoby too. Like, kind of surprised Dustin didn't say it. But AGI does offer a classroom, but you have to be in the state of Oregon. Like they can't, they're not large enough to have classrooms in every state yet. But just even talking to Gene, one of the founders of it, and all of the schooling that he's gone to, not only to attend schooling, but to be like a teacher of it. Like he's designed the curriculum based off of everything that he learned in a way that it could be done remotely. And again, you're getting all of the material, the learning material, so you can reference everything back. Let's see. Yeah, New York Gunner's in here. What's up, New York Gunner? He said,
New York Gunner.
Wish I did more research because I would have used AGI. So, I mean, Jacoby, I'm not trying to pick on you or nothing or attack you. It's just, it's just like we feel better about it.
We know what the fuck we're talking about, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. Dustin says, Jacoby, call the store tomorrow and I'll have a conversation with you about AGI, and then you can ask all the questions you want and I will have answers for it. Jacoby, does he put them back together without videos? If you're asking about Dustin, yeah.
Jesus. No.
Yeah. So yeah, call the shop tomorrow when Dustin's in. We're here 10 to 2. So,
yeah, don't call here.
Yeah, don't call.
I'm already annoyed with you.
Yeah,
don't call here. Sack off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jacoby, I commend AGI for the repair work. They probably expand a lot on lathe work and repairing stuff that can't be bought anymore. Yeah. There's the information is amazing. Jerry, seems like the boss is the place I'd go to. Yeah, I'd love the wordplay. Dustin, I definitely should have stayed there. He should have stayed here for the live. We're talking about we're talking about go bags and gunsmithing, and Dustin left. Those are the two things he's got autism for. That and anime. You wanna take Dustin down a rabbit hole? Just start talking anime to him, because I can't. I can't. Don't forget, boss. We had a graduate from SDI working with us, and I kept having to redo his work. That is.
That's funny.
Yes, you did. Christian, I want to say both the King of Camo and the D-Boss Firearms, you guys are funny and amazing Americans. Love you. Thank you, Christian.
Love you, man. We have such awesome subscribers.
Yeah, we do. Random question, but if you had to guess, what's probably the weirdest gun to work on? That should be a Dustin. Like, Dustin has, like, some weird, like, super rare French either revolver or semi-auto pistol that he references all the time. So, Dustin, if you're still watching, drop that in the chat. Whatever weird.
We've got a gun here from Standard Manufacturing. It's a DP-12 double-barrel shotgun. It is the biggest piece of shit ever made on Earth. We've taken it to like 5 different gunsmiths, and nobody can put it back together. It literally comes apart in 2 pieces, like a CZ Scorpion, yeah. And you have to line up all these springs and pins, and it seems like an impossible task. I think what's going to end up happening is we're going to send it back to them and have them put it back together, because I don't know how they did it.
They probably have some kind of like jig, or
we literally had Chad from Iraq veteran work on that gun, try to put it back together. And he called us. He's like, "Come get this piece of shit." I'm fucking tired of this thing. So yeah, I mean, there's There are definitely guns that are challenging out there. To any gunsmith will tell you that that are a challenge to work with. Like even like something like a Beretta 92 FS or M9A3 has got like a million parts in the decocker alone.
Yeah.
But somebody experienced like Dustin would definitely be able to take that apart and put it back together like in his sleep.
Absolutely. Jacoby, this is kind of a good avenue you're going down. He goes, if you know how to reassemble a gun from memory, for example, a gun from the 1900s before you were born, we were born in the 1900s. Before you must not have been. Before you were born, that's awesome, but that comes from repetition and experience. So you bring up a really good point. And AGI is in the same boat. The conversations that I've had with Gene and Jacob over at AGI, you need to find a shop and work there as an apprentice, even if it's for free, because all the guns that come through the door, you have no idea what's coming through the door to be worked on and what needs to be worked on. You want to get experience. You're not going to learn
no, it's hands-on experience that's going to teach you everything.
Yep. So you should be basically like paying. Honestly, like my mindset is like you should come pay me to work here.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get that experience.
Day before yesterday, I had a student from SDI come in here. It's his first month with SDI, and he asked if we have an apprenticeship, and he even said he would be willing to work for free. And I told him that is great, but I would rather see you get a few months under your belt before you come here. So finish 3 to 6 months and come see me, and we'll have a conversation. And absolutely, you can work here for free, and work alongside our gunsmith and learn from him.
Right, and we got to remember too, we're taking a big gamble on you, because if you screw something up,
it's going to cost us.
It's going to cost us, and it might cost us buying a whole new part or whole gun. So Tyler, so AGI is available online, asking because I'm interested, but like my home in Georgia, yes, AGI is available online. If you go to our homepage, DeBoss Firearms, the homepage of our YouTube channel, or any of our long form or short videos, and you go to the campsite links, you'll find the AGI link. And we have the promo code. I think they have it where you save like 30%. It's an insane number. Like it saves you hundreds of dollars. It's great.
Chase, we primarily are a custom shop. So we do refinishing, laser engraving, custom builds. We also have a bunch of everyday carry gear here in the shop, and we do sell guns as well. We just don't stock them like a traditional gun store. So if there's a gun you're looking for, we can definitely get it. Just let us know what you want. We'll order it, and you can come pick it up when it gets here.
Yep. And I know I'm behind here a little bit in the chat, but Dustin said if you have to send them to a gun, send them a gun to work on. He's talking about AGI. If you, like as a gunsmith, send them, you've graduated from their program, you're part of that program, you send a gun into AGI. They will also send you a rundown of what was wrong, what needed to be repaired, and if you had made any mistakes, so they help you out in the future. So it's not like, sorry, I couldn't fix it, can you do it for me? And then they just do it and send it back, and then you don't know what got fixed. Like Dustin was saying, you actually get a rundown on what you might have done wrong, or like what the fix was to get it done. So sorry, Jacoby. I guess I'm still waiting to figure out what your experience is. He said, "Sorry for angering you." I'm not angry. Like we get passionate about it because when Nate and I find companies that align with our beliefs and align with our work ethic, and we know it's a really, really good company for us to work with, but not only us, our viewers and our fans and our customers. Like we get passionate about it, and so it's not like that's what it is. It's not It's not me getting angry, but you said, sorry for angering you. From my personal experience, 50 to 70% of my class was using ChatGPT for their assignments and discussion boards. That might explain some of your gunsmiths. So I'm not sure if you're saying you went to AGI and they made you use ChatGPT, because that doesn't sound right. Or you went to SDI, or you went somewhere else. So,
Tyler, yes, I did talk to Dave about Ryan's fuck up where he gave away your challenge coin. So he said he'll send you one.
Yeah. Is he local to you?
He is. You can send it to the shop and he can come get it here.
I will, because I gotta send you those. I gotta send you the bike flags.
Oh yeah, cool.
So I gotta send you some stuff. I'll do my best to remember that. Dustin will travel for gunsmithing.
We'll travel for gunsmithing. We'll send you an invoice.
Jacoby, he had a gun, he couldn't take it apart or put it back together without a video. And then he goes, I was born in 2002. Maybe that's your problem. Should have been a 90s kid.
I already knew that shit.
Again, we're not making fun of you. It's funny.
Oh, I am. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, good for you, dude. You graduated from SDI. But it's not going to teach you everything you know. We know that for a fact.
Yeah. Jacoby, I'm not picking on you, but it just seems like kids born after the year 2000, they always have to say this to me for some reason. Like, I plan on buying land. Like, I don't know why. That's crazy. This is
you're gonna build a cabin, and
he's gonna build a shop.
Live off the land.
But it's just like I hear that
panels.
I hear that so often. Like, I'm buying land. Okay,
I'm gonna raise a couple of goats.
Yeah. But that's awesome. He graduated from SDI. He's got his own FFL. That's great, man. You're doing it. And if you want to continue the knowledge base, and if your whole purpose of having the FFL, buying land and building a shop, is not to have inventory of guns, but you're actually just going to be gunsmithing, your value is your knowledge. And I think joining other programs and investing in your knowledge is worth the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dustin. Also, if you want to get a little bit of a taste for not a lot of money, you can go to Midway USA and order an AGI instructional video for a firearm that you have. So that's a really good point. Like, let's say 1911s are your jam and that's all that you own, and you want to just get really good with that, you can order the 1911 program right from AGI, and it's phenomenal. The breakdown, they send you a video and they send you a instruction manual.
Sniper Evo asks, any tricks for getting a magazine that has a stiff spring to soften up a little? Yes.
Shoot it,
use it, but you can also load it completely and leave it there for a while, and that'll help. Working with a dowel rod. There you go.
So I heard if you want to get into designing a gun, it's way better to get into mechanical engineering rather than going to a gunsmithing school. What is your opinion about this? I don't know if designing a gun is from scratch. Like, you have something in mind that you want to do. I don't know. Like, CNC is probably the base skill that you would want to have. I feel like you're not fully reading my messages, and I'm very limited to how many characters I can put in.
No, we're reading. We're
verbatim.
reading. Yeah, we get your messages, bro.
The only one I shortened down was the model gun that you were taking apart and putting back together, but you couldn't do it without a video. I shorted that down because not everybody's going to know. Well, it was. I don't want to say it was useless information, but I didn't feel like I needed to share it. So I have it fully loaded right now, but had to almost break my thumb to get the last round in there. Sniper Evo, you just want to get like a speed loader.
Yeah.
If that's your concern about softening it up, just use a speed loader, and you can use like Gun Nuts has the bullet loading trays. Takes all the pressure off your thumbs.
Sure does.
Don't call me radio. Dustin, break something and let's have the kid have a crack at it. Awesome.
Oh, that's funny. Well, we are encroaching on 2 hours and 10 minutes here.
Yeah, you've been keeping an eye on the time. I've been trying to catch up in the comments because it always gets weird. Like it gets like the autism comes out at the end, that people start asking like we could start answering like super specific questions.
Tyler, Iraq veteran 8888 has a great video about that whole keeping guns stored loaded myth and how it's not good for your magazines. And actually, he's got magazines that he has had stored loaded for 12, 13 years and ran them, and they ran perfectly fine. It's what they're designed for, so it's not an issue.
Yeah, empty magazine is a useless magazine, in my opinion. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a handful of ones that I'll keep empty, like that, I'm going to use for a range day. Because sometimes when you have a buddy that you're shooting with and you don't want him to shoot all of your expensive ammo, like you're not going to hand him a fully loaded bag,
Right.
Or you're going to try out different ammo, and you're probably going to do, somewhere between like 5 and 10 rounds at a time. Like you don't need to burn through a whole 30 round mag, to get the point across. So sometimes it's nice to just have 1 or 2 empty ones that are specifically for situations like that. But otherwise, every single magazine I own is probably loaded. Let's see. Dustin says, "What kid? I'm confused." Dustin, we're talking about Jacoby.
Born in 2002.
Born in 2002. That's why he's the kid.
Yep.
Spring wears down with movement. If the spring is static, it will last forever. The movement is what breaks down the molecular components to a spring steel. Dustin, you left at the wrong time, buddy.
Thanks, Sassy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Sassy. Thanks for joining in and keeping an eye on the chat for us.
Yeah, you're a sweetheart.
Yep. What is the best place to get bulk 7.62 by 54R? Maybe try Ammo Seek. I can't finish that because YouTube will have a problem. So let's see. Yeah, Jacob, I'm guessing you're in California, Illinois, New York. Dustin Word. All right. Tyler, you have a good night too, buddy.
Night, Tyler.
Walked away to walk the dogs. Glad you're all still on. Thanks, Josh. Thanks for being here. Pro tip. Ammo Seek. Yep. So, all right. Nate.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, man, you look good on that camera.
Thank you. I have a new camera today, so I'm so excited about it. Look at this. It fucking follows me.
Make everybody motion sick.
Hey, yeah, I really dig it. It looks better, right?
Yeah, it looks a lot better.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
I'm stoked about it. I can't wait to make some cool videos with this camera. I'm very, very stoked. There's some fun stuff coming. There's some fun stuff coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very excited.
We may or may not have gotten something for this whole wall behind me here today.
Oh, yours came in today?
It came in today. I'm excited.
No. Well,
Yeah.
I guess you're closer, so.
Yeah, right. And the UPS guy was pissed.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
Why?
Yeah, it was a lot, and it was heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, our UPS guy is a little scrawny cross-dresser, so he complains about everything anyway.
Well, I kind of felt bad because we couldn't give him a hand because Dustin and I were both like 2 customers deep, and there was no way like I could get out there and hold the door for him and everything. But whatever, it's here. It made it, so that's all I care about.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of comments about my shirt here today.
Yeah.
This is a Grumpy GI shirt, Grumpy GI gear. So if you want one, head over to grumpygigear.com and get yourself one.
Make sure to use the code.
Yep, code TKOC25, and you will get 10% off and free shipping.
Or use DBoss25.
Or DBoss25.
Either way it works. Yep. Say Grumpy GI makes some really good.
Yeah, I do need a crown that fits properly, don't I? This one is a little small.
That might be coming. That might be coming in the future.
Yeah, maybe I'll even get a throne.
We can see all the great gray and
One night, Dave and I were on the phone late. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and we've been tossing around this idea of starting our own channel together, a podcast channel, which I think is in the very near future. We were talking about our backgrounds and like what we're going to put in there, and Dave suggested I get a throne, and I've been looking at them, but they are not cheap. I might start a GoFundMe for my throne. Because
there's some wild ones out there.
Oh, there's definitely. But the cheapest one that I saw was like $4,000. But I really want one. I might just put it on my credit card. Native Thrones.
Yeah. Jacoby, I can't tell, man. Are you bad? So don't forget to use the codes for all the companies that sponsor us, dude.
No, I think what he is salty. He's a little salty millennial, and he came in here trying to uptalk SDI, and we told him that AGI was better, and now
you weren't going
to funk inside of him, and his feelings are hurt. I don't give a fuck.
And I mean, I was not angry at all during it. I mean, we're like I say, we get passionate about the stuff that makes sense to us.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been around. Nate and I have seen some shit. And, we feel strongly about some things, and again, like I really think if you're trying to be a gunsmith, AGI is going to set you up the best for success in being a gunsmith. That's my opinion. I'm not trying to belittle you and what you've done or what you're about to do.
He says, I'm making fun. You make fun of me. I make fun of you. I mean, you're not really making fun of us. I mean, we actually have legit sponsors.
Yeah.
Paid brand deals.
By the way, the Grumpy GI, just so everybody knows this, we aren't getting a kickback at all for that. We really like Augie over at Grumpy GI. And this is stuff that we get passionate about. The stuff that he does in what
he stands for, who he is,
stands for, where he puts his money, we will help him out as much as we can. And so he created these codes to give you guys a deal on these shirts. We're not getting a cut of it. So, but it helps him out to know where the sales are coming from. So,
Yeah.
and also too, like he's giving you 10% off. Like,
well, he even told us ever since we started wearing his shirts in our videos.
yeah,
His orders have increased from all around the country, and we're happy to help him because he is a veteran, and he started a business to compete with the big guys like Grunt Style and Savtac and all those guys. But yeah, it's we support him. Jacoby, you're funny.
whatever, Jacoby.
You're funny, bro. You're funny.
You're so cool.
You're the one backtracking. You're the one backtracking now because you were being a fucking dick a second ago, and then you're like, "Oh no, I'm joking." You're like, okay, all right, gotcha.
And I really don't care. I'm gonna go home and sleep like a baby tonight. So
Yeah, seriously, and I'm not gonna think about your land or your gun store.
But I thought I just thought we were genuinely having a good back and forth. But you weren't. You were kind of being disingenuous with not sharing the information like that you had gone to SDI. You were trying to undercut like our opinions. It wasn't a jab.
No, he's smarter than us. He was born in 2002. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna buy land.
He knows.
He's gonna buy land. So
yeah, it's in the plan. It's in the plan. He already has his FFL.
Yeah,
it's not at the land because he hasn't bought it yet, but
yeah, exactly.
He's going to start a store. He's not fixed a single gun yet, but he's going to start a store.
You both served, right? Thanks for that, Dustin. Yeah, no. If I thought you were ball busting, man, I mean, it would be a whole different thing. But that was not ball busting. So,
yeah, I think he's a douche.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
Well, with that being said,
I can go. Yeah. I was just saying. He's like I said. I went to SDI a couple of times, brother. Not when you started out. It was super disingenuous. So I don't have to make assumptions. I literally read your stuff verbatim. So
no, I'm not making any assumptions. I'm making a clear declaration that you're a little baby douche. Don't call me. You can call Dustin, but don't call me. All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't. He says we can't take. We can dish it, but we can't take it. I think it's the other way around. I think it's pretty clear. But anyway, thank you everybody for joining us tonight.
Yep.
We appreciate you. We really those of you who are always in here, Lefty, Josh, Papa's Pew Pews, Xavier, Sassy, Tyler, God, who else? There's so many. Radio, God, Zach. Thank you all, and I'm sure I'm missing 1,000 of them. Papa's Pew Pews,
Yep.
Texan, all of you guys. Y'all are great. We appreciate you. Y'all have a good night. Have a blessed weekend. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next week.
All right, guys. And Jacoby, I hope you stick around. I hope you.
There you go, Jacoby.
There you go. Give him a winky face too.
There you go, buddy. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
Thanks for the subscribe.
Awesome. Have a good night, everybody.